get by, just to get by.
Chicago, what up? Like he said, my name is Willie Lynch Jr. You gotta bounce when you say the Junior. Glad to get the service one more time. You know, church, let the church say amen. Amen. Let the backslider say, he know my heart. Silly Christian motherfuckers, I knew y'all was gonna wake up and speech.
He gonna punk out.
This time, goddamn. Look, my name is Willie Lynch Jr. You gotta bounce when you say the Junior. And I'm not from up here. I'm from East St. Louis, Illinois. Started doing comedy 2 years ago. Moved up here last year, and I want to say from the bottom of my heart, we gotta thank you for everything. Like, she's giving me a great platform. She's giving a lot of black comics a great platform up here. So number one, give it up. You know what I'm saying? So to have this opportunity is great, you hear me, you know what I'm saying? And like I'm Afrocentric. I got my master's in history, so when I found out I was a sister, a black woman, no, an African woman,
man, I wish that nigga would have told me. I don't know
back in the day before slavery in the 1400s in West Africa, when the woman was everything, you heard me? And I was like, ooh, I love Mary. You understand? I love Mary. They can say what they want to say about this stuff. They told us not to talk about the wig no more, so I'm not talking about the wig. She's real honest, she's real candid, she's real above board. She's real honest with you, heard me? And I love that, and I especially love her big ass hands. Has anybody ever seen Mary's hands? Mary got hands like Dr. J. One time, like my first time when I met her, I said, woo! And I wanted to hug, but she shook my hand. I said, God damn, did you play ball at Simeon or something? This motherfucker got some big ass hands. And like Rail said, she married from out west. I be hanging out on the west side sometimes. We laying this motherfucking wood like I be doing in the middle of the night. And you know, like I found out the west side real bad and shit. You know what I'm saying? The south side is deplorable too, but the west side remind me of East St. Louis from the go. I'm like, oh, it's bad. And like they said, married from the west side. Like, no, Mary's too sophisticated to be over there. But you know, come to find out she was, and it came out one day because there was this dude, this comedian named Rifleman. He real cockeyed. Like he had made Mary mad and she put him out and she snapped like cause he called all type of Baptists and bitches and shit. And she's like, nigga, you know, and she went off and I said, oh, Mary was snapping and she was going off and shit and she was like, that motherfucker don't know me. I used to bear hug niggas like Garfield Park. You know scared of you. Oh my God, I used to call my mom and mama, it's a lovely black woman that owns this club up there, you know what I'm saying, and she's sophisticated, I love her like a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, but sometimes, like, you know, like, sometimes stuff is questionable, you know, I'm a Kappa, and I don't know if you ladies could tell by my aura up here, but I'm new. So I'm really into fashion and stuff, and like, you know, I say I know Mary gonna, you know what I'm saying, cause see Mary, she dressed, she don't really be getting dressed cause she be at work. When every night when she come in on her off day and she let you know, she said, baby, this is Burberry, do you hear me? I said, ooh, you materialistic motherfucker, I love you. And see tonight she snuck in this motherfucker with that white suit on, that white pantsuit, and Mary. Out of all the stuff, see, she drive Benz and she wear the Burberry, but that suit cheap in the motherfucker, and I know it. I want to get whooped, you hear me? That's one of the pantsuits that the female lawyers used to wear in the heat of the night and shit, so. Anytime when she button up her little jacket and shit, all you hear is, I got trouble! Wall to wall.
He's bogus,
bro. love this establishment. You hear me? I tell you, man, black people, because what's so crazy is, man, you know, like, I love how she runs. Some people see I'm educated, but I too from the hood, you hear me? So I tell you, had a transition, so I understand both sides, you hear me? So I'm like, that's why I was loving the way she run her stuff, but some people complain, I'm like, you have to run your stuff like that, because sometimes, because of slavery and oppression, African people have turned into something we call niggas. And that's the African woman. She runs it just like how the women. If you ever study, read a book called Timbuktu the Mysterious, written by Felix Du Bois, 1889. Even though he was a motherfucking colonial prejudiced French motherfucker, but he described how great it was in West Africa prior to slavery. You heard me? So the woman was on her thing. You heard me on her square. So I see me, I was like, hey, maybe take me back. It's nostalgic and shit. You heard me? But the thing is, I realized when you gotta run that shit with an iron fist and shit. And like, I really, Mary, to be honest, with all due respect, runs this motherfucker like a plantation. She clarifies the shit out of her staff members. True story, I'm getting out of here. Last year, it was like around October, one of my partners that came up, I said, Mary, you know, my boy, he wanna do a guest spot. She's like, cool. And my boy was getting ready to open up the door for one of the waitresses and shit. And the waitress snapped like, nigga, don't you open that door for me, Mary gonna see me. You gonna get me fired. So bitch, we're not in Mississippi and it's past 1865, what's wrong? That's my time. One more thing, Mary, I love you to death. Keep running the way you run and keep supporting this black woman. My name is Willie Lynch Jr. Hey, y'all, give me one from Willie Lynch.